4 steps to selling $7,000 to $8,000 packages as a physical therapist. In this video, I'm going to share my journey and the steps that I took in order to sell $7,000 to $8,000 packages as a PT to charge as much as $350 per hour, and doing it all within 2 years of graduation from physical therapy school. And I'm sharing my journey with you so that way you can do this too. Step number 1, establish a high-level skill set that separates you from other physical therapists and healthcare practitioners in general. If you want to charge a lot of money for your services, then you have to deliver immense value. So if you have a client coming in to seeing you for cash pay PT, then you have to make sure they're getting a better service than what they would get at their corporate insurance-based clinic. Allow for me to share my story with you. So when I first graduated PT school, I knew I needed better mentorship. I knew I needed better clinical skills, and I definitely needed better business skills. So what I did, I figured out who the best clinician in Southwest Florida was. I applied at his clinic, got hired, and learned what he did. So what this guy was doing, he was getting better clinical outcomes than I've ever seen in physical therapy. And on top of that, he was charging more money than I ever imagined was possible. At the time, he was charging $300 an hour, which I thought was crazy. But now we're charging $350 for our services. And the only reason we can do that is because we are getting the best results in Naples, Florida. And that's what worked for me. So if you have that opportunity to work with a high-level clinician, I highly recommend it. However, if you don't, you can still take some continuing ed courses from high-level companies, say like IPA and PRI. If you learn their philosophies, you'll be better than 95% of clinicians. And on top of that, you have to stack some business skills. So you can learn from business books, business podcasts, or even hire a business coach. Regardless, you have to leverage your clinical skills with your business skills in order to succeed in cash pay PT. Step number 2, find a target demographic that you want to specialize in. Figure out what their number one issue is and come up with a solution for that issue. So I'll give an example. I live in Naples, Florida. Everyone down here is a golfer. Everyone here golfs. However, the number one reason golfers stop playing the sport that they love is because of back pain. So what we did in the clinic is we came up with a system, a treatment system on how to help golfers golf without back pain. And we have close to 100% success rate. And the type of population you're working with doesn't matter as long as you're passionate about working with them. So you could be working with athletes, working on injury prevention protocols or performance training. You could even work with older adults and helping them maintain their independence long term. You could work with pediatrics and help children through different developmental stages. You could even do pelvic health and work with pregnant women as they're going through this process of life. Whatever you're working with, just figure out what issues these populations have and find a solution for these issues and deliver immense value. Step number 3, communicate to your client how working with you is the best decision for their health. So this next part is going to sound counterintuitive. However, your number one goal as a cash pay PT is not to sell. It's to help your client make the best decision for their health. And I want you to think about the other options patients have when they come into your clinic. Say you have someone with back pain. They could either get cortisone shots or epidurals, but we know cortisone shots and epidurals just work on the symptoms. They don't treat the root cause of the problem. So if the symptoms go away, they eventually come back. They could also get back surgery, but we know all the bad side effects of having back surgery. They could also go to the cookie cutter clinics that accept insurance and Medicare. But we know patients don't get the best quality of care in corporate insurance settings. So if you're providing high quality of PT, then most patients that come into the door, you're the best option for their health. And the best way to communicate this is to focus on goals and not pain. Don't focus on why they're in so much pain. Focus on what they're passionate about and how you can help reach their goals. So let's take an example. You have a golfer with back pain. This guy has not been able to golf for 4 months, and his only goal is to get back out there and golf 3 times a week. So focus not about his back pain, but focus, hey, this is your goal. After 3 months or 4 months or however long it's going to take, we'll get you out there golfing 3 times a week and even hitting the ball farther than you did before you had back pain. How does that sound? Focusing on the goals will help guide your patient to realize that working with you is going to be the best decision for their health. Step number 4, create a customer and don't just go for a sale. Show your customers that you can provide them so much value long term that they keep doing business with you because they see how much you're improving their quality of life. So I'll give you an example. I had one client. She came in with right sciatic pain that was keeping her up at night. And her only goal when she first came in was to be able to sleep through the night. After 2 months, we accomplished that goal. And she comes up to me and she says, "Hey, I know my original goal was just to sleep through the night, but do you think I could ever get into the kayak again?" So she continued doing business with us because she realized that working with us would continue improving her quality of life long term. She would be able to do hobbies that she never thought she would be able to do again. So the major takeaway from this is show your clients how much quality and how much value you can provide long term so they keep doing business with you. And there you have it. If you follow those 4 steps, you'll be able to sell $7,000 to $8,000 packages. It's not an easy road, but if I can do it, you can do it too. A little background info about myself. My name is Klimczak, and I'm a doctor of physical therapy working at a cash-based clinic in Naples, Florida. And my biggest goal, outside of helping as many patients as possible avoid needless surgery and painkillers, is to help as many physical therapists as possible to transform their paradigms of what they think is possible within the field of physical therapy. That way they can have the type of job satisfaction that they initially anticipated when they first applied to physical therapy school. If you like this video, hit the like button below and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave a comment below and I'll be happy to help you out. If you didn't like this video, also leave a comment below and tell me why. Regardless, I appreciate all feedback and I look forward to bringing you more videos every Monday and Thursday about cash pay PT, because my goal is to help as many physical therapists as possible achieve the type of clinical and financial freedom that cash pay PT has to offer.